What's going on, everyone? We are back in the studio finally, and I want to give you an update and kind of talk about what I'm going to do in this video for progress on the most powerful build I've ever put together build. I don't have a name for it yet, so leave a suggestion in the comments below. As for now, I have plans to include two GTX 1080s. These are the same 1080s that I've used in past builds. These things do wonders for me. I love having two. I don't have many problems at all with SLI, and I love these blocks from Thermaltake. Now, the pump, we're going to be using another Thermaltake. This is like a D5 housing from Thermaltake, and it's got 4 ports in total. You can actually include a 5th port down at the bottom, but you really can't use it if you're going to have it be a standalone pump, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to shove it underneath the basement to where you can't see it. We do have this wide opening here in the Fractal Design Define 6 to take advantage of. I have on the ground here, this is a 240 mil radiator, and we're going to include this one in tandem with the 360 mil rad we have up top. I think, though, the way I had it set up, this was going to be an exhaust config up top. But I think just because I'm worried about like having negative, like too much negative air pressure in here, I think what we're gonna do is have this be an intake setup. So it's completely fine because we do have a huge dust filter spanning the top of the case. So if I turn these fans around, but basically air will be pulled in from the top of the case, and then it's going to be pushed out the front, which is fine. There's plenty of vent space for that, and also out the back with this single 140 included with the case. I have a couple 120s that I stole from a Meshify C that I'm going to use for the 240 mil rad. So we're going to put this thing up front, and then we're going to throw in the graphics cards, throw in the pump, and then we'll start bending some tubes. Hopefully, in this video, we'll be able to finish the thing and see what it all looks like when it's said and done. So with that, I hope you enjoyed the build log. Alright, and here you go. Finally finished this thing. Actually took about 3 days. You guys didn't see that, but these bends were pretty technical. Not because, you know, there were 3 or 4 bends per tube per run, but just because everything was kind of spaced out so awkwardly. So like none of the openings in the radiators or the pump or the res lined up perfectly. So they all had to be like kind of turned slightly forward or backward. And that always poses problems when it comes to bending the tube. So that's why it took me a while. That's why I really didn't show the process, because I probably had to dump about 2 or 3 strands of PETG to get these things perfect from a horizontal and vertical standpoint. So with that, I hope you've enjoyed the build. I think we're going to call this one Andromeda version 2, because this looks a lot like Andromeda version 1, but this is by far my most powerful PC I've ever built. An i9-7980XE in there and 2 GTX 1080s. I think the only way we could have made this more powerful is if we had bumped these graphics cards to 1080 Ti's. I did move one of the desks from the office in here. We'll talk about that in a separate video. I think we have a few other things we're going to do to the film room, which right now is a disaster. I'm glad you can't see much of it. And then we should have our setups ready to go so we can start pushing out content on a regular basis. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Thumbs down for the push to click the subscribe button if you haven't already. Stay tuned for more content like this. This is Science Studio. Thanks for learning with us.